homemade lasagna. Come with me and I'll show you how to make it. Andiamo! So many of you have requested a recipe for lasagna, so I'm going to show you how I make my lasagna. So one thing I will tell you, don't beat me up for this, guys. Today I'm going to use the no-bake lasagna. It's a long day, it's the end of the day, I just don't have time to boil noodles. These I think are terrific, so I'm going to use them, but everything else is the real deal here. Okay, so let's get started with this lasagna. I have about 2 pounds of ricotta cheese here, and to that I'm going to add some mozzarella cheese, not too much because we're going to be adding it in on the layers. And to that I have some pecorino Romano, going to add in a handful of that into that. Now I have parsley. I'm going to grab a nice bunch of that and throw that in. I have 2 eggs going in. And I'll have a little bit of salt, not too much because of the cheese, and a little bit of pepper. Now what I like to do with mine is I take some of the sauce, and I will tell you, because this is the sauce I made from the previous video, it's not like a traditional meat sauce like you would make on the stove from scratch here. What I did was I took my meatballs and I chopped them up real good, and I created a meatball sauce for the lasagna. So you can do it any way you guys like to do it, but since I had the meatballs, I figured I'd make it that way. Okay, so I'm going to take just about a ladle full, and I'm going to put that right in with the ricotta cheese. And now we're going to give this a really good mix and mix everything together to incorporate. The first thing I'll do is take a ladle full of my sauce, and I'm going to layer the bottom of the pan with the sauce. Make sure you get it all over the place. Now I'll take my no-bake lasagna noodles, and I'll tell you, these work pretty good. And I'm going to put them right on top of that sauce, and then I'll break a couple of these up to try to get the areas where I can't fit a whole piece. From here, I'm going to take my sauce and I'm going to put it on top of the noodles. Okay, I'm going to just take a spoon and I'm going to make sure this gets all over each noodle nice and evenly. From here, I will take my ricotta mixture and I'm going to put like 3 dollops in the pan, and then I will smooth that out all over the place. And as we go, we're going to add some mozzarella, just like this, on each layer, guys. Okay, and I'm going to hit it with some pecorino. All done layering, and you're going to notice that I didn't add any pecorino Romano cheese on the top or mozzarella, because I'm going to put this in the oven for about an hour on 400, and sometimes the cheese will burn. So just about 10 minutes or so before I'm going to take it out of the oven, I will add the cheese on top and then stick it back in for the last 10 minutes, and it'll melt beautifully and it'll be perfect on top of the lasagna. Lasagna's all done. It was in the oven for about 45 minutes, and the last 5 minutes I put the mozzarella and the pecorino Romano on top. So now I let it sit for a little bit, because once it comes right out of the oven, it needs to kind of settle down a little bit. And now I'm going to cut myself a piece here and give this a try. I remember when I was a kid, lasagna was only for special occasions. I mean, we had lasagna on Christmas or Easter, something like that. Look at how nice that came out. Just beautiful. And I know I'm going to get a lot of slack for using the no-bake lasagna, but you want to know something? They work out pretty good when you're in a pinch. And if I was going to have to make this over the weekend or something, I would definitely use the noodles. But like tonight, in a pinch, they're perfect. Look at that nice cheesy lasagna. Let's take a bite of this. Wow. That is perfect. Madonna mia. I could eat this in like 2 seconds, guys. This is the best. Oh. This is a keeper. This is a maker. You have to make it, guys. This is unbelievably good. So it's not that hard. I know you can do it. Give it a try. Make this, guys. You're going to be happy.